Today is the Federal Reserve's decision rate hike. Well, are they going to hike or are they going to remain dovish, hawkish? What is going on? Well, make sure to stay tuned in this video because I'm going to cover an intense amount of details for you guys. Plus, I have another awesome collaboration coming on the channel a little bit later on today, and you guys will see that later on this week. So make sure to hit that notification bell so that you know when that video comes out just for you guys. So before I carry on here, you guys saw yesterday I posted an incredibly awesome video with a collaboration with Maria Anderson, and she's absolutely incredible in the crypto space. So make sure to go and check out her channel right here. You can see it over here. Go and check out my collaboration. Whenever she's ready, she'll post her collaboration part of the video on her channel. But for me, right now, I've already posted mine. Make sure to go and check mine out on this here. And let's get cracking on with the video, guys. All right. Today's cryptocurrency market cap, we're going to fly through this content. So stay tuned. I'm going to go through it as fast as possible. Today, we're sitting at 1.220 trillion. Bitcoin is still sitting at 29,213. Ethereum at 1854. Ripple has now gone back into fourth place with at 70 cents. BNB at 237. Dogecoin at 8 cents. So I actually got into a Dogecoin trade yesterday, and I'll show you why. I got stopped out of my Dogecoin trade last week because it spiked us out, but I got back in because I did tell you guys about that trade in one of my previous videos. I can't even remember where it was, but it was definitely somewhere along these lines here. Okay, but nonetheless, guys, so in today's Fear and Greed Index, we are sitting at 51, which is a little bit higher than yesterday. Crypto bubbles, Casper, Comp are pumping. Guys, I'm going to be making another video for you guys on Casper very, very soon, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. And let's get cracking on with this. Status pumping, Makers pumping, Dodgers pumping, XRP a little bit. There's a few that are pumping, Pulse is pumping. But otherwise, there are some that are in the red again, once again. Now, today, as we all know, we are expecting the Federal Reserve interest rate policy that is going to be coming out today. I will show you a short little bit of a video from a fellow investor in the space a little bit later on in this video. So stay tuned. Federal Chairman Powell press conference. Well, that is also happening today, and depending on what he says in that conference will probably make the market shoot up or down. But yes, as you guys know, how the day ends today is going to be important because that will determine the direction for the next couple of weeks. Okay. All right. So today in the news, Namibia. So I'm in South Africa, and Namibia is one of our neighboring countries here in Southern Africa. And basically, Namibia has now signed a crypto exchange regulation bill into law. So Namibia is busy doing that. But what the fuck is going on in the States? The States are one of the biggest economies in the world, and they are not even signing any bills into law yet. That's crazy. And we have a small little country. Barely anybody knows about Namibia, but if you do know anything about Namibia, that's where the De Beers diamond mines are. So literally De Beers owns quite a bit of Namibia because they use that to mine for their gold. And of course, the Namibia has the beautiful Sahara Desert in it. And it's absolutely incredible, guys. I haven't been myself. I'm hoping to take a trip there sometime at the end of the year in my beautiful Discovery. So yeah, and go on the sand dunes. Okay, but anyways, off topic. Namibia, after previously, basically what they did was in 2017, they had an original decision to ban cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, what they're doing is they're approved in Namibia's National Assembly. And here is the government gazette of the Republic of Namibia. And they're basically saying the bill became law when it was put into the gazette of the Republic of Namibia. And this bill basically says, well, now crypto exchanges can come into the space and trade. Pretty awesome news, not only for me down in Southern Africa, but actually for most crypto people around the world. Because if Namibia can pass a bill, then so can the others. Okay, let's go and have a look at the Dixie chart for the day. So the Dixie chart for the day over here is still continuing. Actually, check out this, hey? Wow. Ooh, this tells me that the reversal is gonna happen to the dollar. Okay, you can see we're coming up to overbought on the RSI, but you can see right here, this candle, boom, that candle right there is the candle that I want us to focus on, because that is a reversal candle. It's kind of a whipping tail or a shooting star candle, which means that the reversal pattern can continue to the downside. Okay, so let us go and have a look at a few other charts that I would love to share with you guys. So make sure to stay tuned. And I will also let you guys know what trades it is that I'm in. Okay, so here's something on ETH. This is very interesting. So Ether death cross threatens the more downside as ETH price trades at key support level. So let's go and have a look at Ethereum very, very quickly. Okay, so I actually went and did this. I added the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA to the chart so that you guys could see. You can see here, there was an attempted cross. Here's an attempted cross, and we are literally now coming back to an attempted cross, which for me is actually quite bearish, but we are still above the 200 weekly moving average, which is still bullish. So don't be afraid. We could come and reach the 1600 level, still creating higher lows. And we could still end up being a lot bullish. So news articles can often create a little bit of FUD, but honestly, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this happen and then a start to the back to the upside. So that would be very interesting to see. Now, Ethereum is on the RSI and volume low volume, and RSI is kind of pointing down again, but it's trying to move its way up. Okay, so that would be very interesting to see that momentum for the day. Now, one of the other articles is that you guys need to know is Alex Machinsky. You know, what criminal charges for Celsius and ex-CEO mean for crypto industry. The former CEO of troubled, crypto lender. I just had my protein shake, guys. Actually, that's the size of my protein shake every single day after I do my insane calisthenics pumping. So yeah, brain food, muscle fuel, and beautiful energy for the day. So the former CEO of the troubled crypto lender faces multiple charges of fraud and market manipulation as US regulators eye crypto market overhaul. So Celsius was one of the top lenders in the crypto ecosystem during the bull markets in 21. At its peak, it served 1.7 million customers and managed about 27 billion in assets. Okay. To cut a long story short, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I've got money locked up in there. I've got about $3,000 locked up in there. It's not a lot of money to those who make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in the crypto space. But for me, when I came into the crypto space, I actually didn't have a lot of money at all. And I've slowly but surely grown. So Alex Machinsky, you get what you deserve. And I hope that you get served because what you did to $25 billion in assets and 1.7 million people is fucking wrong. Okay. So face the criminal charges while the CFT invests and concluded its investigation. So the significant blow for troubled crypto lender came on the 5th of July 23 when the CFTC concluded its investigation and alleged Celsius and Machinsky had violated several US regulations and misled investors. So the FTC also fined Celsius 4.7 billion and seized its trading options. How can this FTC fine a company that's going into bankruptcy Chapter 11, okay, of $4.7 billion? Where the fuck do they get the money from? It sure is not going to come from us, right? So basically, the Department of the DOJ or the Department of Justice charged the former CEO with securities fraud, commodities fraud, and wire fraud for defrauding customers and misleading them about core aspects of the company he founded. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. Here you can see he is. I'm really not a fan. So ex-Celsius, Machinsky was arrested following a probe into the company's collapse. The SEC sued both Machinsky and the bankrupt crypto lender in the New York court. So I'm glad to see that he's being sued because this is a man, not CZ, not Binance. This is the man that has caused a huge amount of problem. I mean, you may as well throw him in a cell with Sam Bankman-Fried and let them have their two little lovebird, while they kiss each other with all their frauds. Sorry, guys, that's being very childish. But at the end of the day, these people are very unethical, and I don't like unethical people at all. and those people get what they deserve. So let's come back to the the Bitcoin market cap dominance today. So right now, as you guys can see, here is the 200 moving average. We are now squeezing between the 200 and the 50. So the 50 is the red line, the green is the 200, and basically the moving average is currently sitting at 52.24%, and then the 50 is sitting at 44.63%. So this is Bitcoin market cap dominance, excuse me. So basically right now we've hit the 200, okay? Are we going to break up above the 200? And if we do break up above the 200, guys, I'm telling you, we will probably come up to the 64 to 66% on the Bitcoin dominance, which would be insane. And why would that happen? Well, that would happen if all the ETFs were approved for all the institutions, and then money started to flow into the cryptocurrency world. And guess what? That would mostly come into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it would start to come into other altcoins because the XRP won its lawsuit case, which means that other cryptos, especially ISO cryptos, can then follow the same outlines as the SEC has provided, or sorry, the Judge Torres has provided for the non-security side of things in crypto. So we are squeezing tight between the 50 and the 200 here. What is going to happen? We shall see. Okay, guys. So in this moment, all right, let's go and have a look at the Bitcoin chart. Well, first of all, guys, remember to come and like the video. I would love to see 10 likes on the video. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the beautiful subscribers, 782 subscribers. Really so proud of the channel. Continues to grow. We wanted to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of July, guys. We have 4 more days to do that. So let's get subscribing if you're not subscribed to the channel. I appreciate that, guys. That's all I ask for you guys. I don't ask for your money. I don't ask for anything else. That is all I ask for. So now, this is absolutely beautiful. So I would love to show you what is going on the Bitcoin weekly chart. Now I'm wondering why we only have the 50 on here when I want both of them. Okay, let's get this back in here quickly. There, I want the 50 and the 200. Let's see if it brings out the 50. Nope, doesn't want to bring out the 50. Okay, regardless, you can see here that we are above the 200. So the 200 is currently sitting at 23,343. So could we come back for a retest? I'm going to say why. Okay, because first of all, since we broke out of the 200, we actually haven't retested the 200, which is normally what we would expect it to do. And why do I say that? Well, because many times over and over, it has done that same thing. So I'm just going to quickly look at this chart here, the Coinbase chart, because it is a little bit longer. But look at this. Once we break back up, guess what? We retested. Every single time we have retested. We haven't had a retest yet, okay? So if I zoom in here for us, we're probably going to at least retest the 50 moving average, the 200 moving average, which is the green one, okay? What will happen is when we have a golden cross is when the 50 starts to come back up here and then crosses above the 200. Guys, once that happens, we are in full bull mode, okay? Full bull mode. So, all right. So right now you can see the 200 is down here and the 200 is sitting at 27,126. So if anything, that would be a perfect retest. So actually I see here, we did break out. We have retested. We broke out again. Are we going to retest? Or is this just going to be a little wick down to the 27K level and then an absolute obliteration up to the upside? Yes, that is a very, very high possibility. So total crypto market cap, pretty much. The total crypto market cap looks a little bit different, actually. So on the total crypto market cap, we've had the death cross here already. But it doesn't mean that we are going to go down. We could essentially hover around this level and then start to pull back up, and then that would literally bounce off of that 200. So right now, the total crypto market cap is finding support on that 200 level. This is incredible news, guys. So much stuff happening in the market today. So many things going on. I want to go and show you the last thing as promised on this video. This is from Gareth Soloway, and basically Gareth Soloway talks about Bitcoin, interest rates, as well as CPI, and where we are in the inflation side of things. So let us go and watch this video right there, right now.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about CPI data and why everyone's telling you out there that it's going to continue to drop. I am here to break the news that it's actually going to start to go up. What does this mean? Well, it means inflation is going to start to rise again. This is going to make it very hard for the Fed to not only be dovish, they'll likely be more hawkish, but ultimately it's going to make it so they cannot cut interest rates. And that is going to be very critical when the economy starts to stutter later this year and potentially going into recession. Because remember, the playbook for the Fed is recession comes for the U.S. economy, they lower rates and print money. Well, that worked when inflation was under 2%. With 3% inflation and inflation now starting to uptick, almost impossible for them to do. So let's take a look at the chart. Here's inflation. Here's where food inflation is. Notice it's higher than regular inflation. Here's energy. Energy has dropped. This is as of the last CPI data. So energy collapsed over the last CPI data. And again, this is going back for the last year. So this is the kicker. If energy starts to rally, inflation is going to move up. Well, let's take a look at some charts. So let's go right in here. This is oil, guys. So check this out, right? So this is oil. Look at the run. In the last month, this is where the last CPI data came out. The last month, oil is up 10 to 15%. 10 to 15% just in 1 month. Think about what that's going to do for the month-over-month CPI. And then you go back towards a year ago, and we're getting close to the same levels, which means inflation is not going to continue to drop. Now let's take another chart here. I want to go back to my main viewer here. Let's look at this one. This is gasoline. Look at the run in gasoline, up 15 to 20% in the last month. Okay, 15 to 20% in the last month. And look at this, basically at 52-week highs. If you go back to June and July of last year, we were right here. We're basically right back to that. That is telling you inflation is going to move to the upside, or at least stall here at 3%. Lastly, I've got to show you this, guys. We talk about food, right? Food being a key component. We saw inflation in food was still positive versus oil and energy was negative. Look at this. This is the DBA, which is an ETF that tracks agriculture. So wheat, corn, all of that stuff. It's at 52-week highs, up significantly in the last month. And again, year over year, we're at 52-week highs. So inflation is coming back. And this makes it almost impossible for the Fed to be dovish, let alone cut rates when the economy gets into issues. Everyone who's telling you that CPI, that consumer price index, is going back, or inflation's going back 2% or sub in the near future, is BSing you. CPI is going to be stagnant and sticky at 3%, and it likely will uptick a little bit in the next CPI.
So what are your thoughts? So I would love to know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Do you think the Federal Reserve is going to continue to be hawkish, or do you think they are going to go dovish? Well, at the end of the day, my personal view is they will continue to be hawkish. They are going to continue to be sticky on this issue because the issue isn't going away. In fact, the issue is becoming worse now. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I really appreciate every single one of you watching the video. Thanks for being part of the community here at Crypto Bliss. I really appreciate every single last one of you. Make sure to stay tuned later because I will be watching the Federal Reserve this evening a little bit later, and maybe perhaps I'll do a little bit of a live, just depending. I've got a mate that's here with me today that I haven't seen in so long, so let's see. Watch this video because this video is even better than this one. Thanks for being here, you blessed Crypto Bliss community. See you on the next one.